By the way, this isn't going to be a very long stream. It's not going to be super long, so it's not going to be hours. It might even be under an hour, we'll see. Thanks, Uber. Hydrate. Hope you guys are going well. It's really hot where I am, so I have a water bottle with me. And this isn't a troll. I do have a legit beta build of Street Fighter 4, which I will show for you all. But before we do that, drink water, you dry dog. Trunky shirt as well. Yo, Uber. This is the page. I got it from a website called Project Deluge, Hidden Palace. They have beta builds of games you can download. So this one is called the Street Fighter 4 September 22nd, 2008 prototype. Before I actually play it, I thought I would give you guys some info. EX3 beta, I would love to play that. So you can see it's 3 months before the final retail build, and it's very different. The game likes to crash on the Capcom screen, but you get around that by going into a debug menu, which I'll show you guys. And there's some pictures, and that's a picture of what the disc looks like. So this is the internal build that was leaked. That's what it looks like there. It says it was was released to this website on Christmas Day 2022 by an anonymous user. And it's free to download, and you can play it on a dev kit or on an emulator, which is what I'm going to do. Let me turn off display capture. Now, I will say, only problem is that there's no audio outside of the intro movie. So you know the cool intro CGI? Yo, Mid, thanks for tuning in. The cool intro CGI video, that has audio, but everything else doesn't. I'll actually you can see the beta info up there. I'll let the intro rock first, just because it's a little different to the home console version. There's no second part. You know, they play Indestructible, and then it goes into the second part. That's not how it works here. This is more or less the arcade beta intro. Well, I say beta. It's more or less the arcade intro. So let me know about the audio levels. Let me know if they're good. We'll let this rock though. But I hope you guys are going well. Hope everything's going well. How do I beat the part in Assassin's Creed 3 where all the British are shooting me? That happens quite a lot in the game. Do you mean like the Boston Tea Party? I'm not sure, Civic. I don't know what part of the game that is. But this is a sick intro. So this version of the game has 16 characters by default and 4 you can unlock in the beta test menu. So we'll let the intro rock. It's not too long. Man, this looks so cool. They were cooking when they made this intro. Yeah, there's no Indestructible in this version. Not in the arcade version. There's a little instrumental in the arcade version, which I've streamed before, but not in this... Excuse me, not in this beta. Street Fighter 4. Really cool intro. And you can see there's no audio now. It just cuts out. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna restart the game, and I'm gonna show you guys the debug menu, because I don't think this has been documented in a video online or a stream. So if we hold down R1 and R1, which you can't really see because of the light, you can see we go into this menu. And I've messed around with this. So there's game settings, so rounds, time, stage limit. Stage limit, I think, is the amount of stages that can possibly show up in a game. So if you set it to 2, it's only going to restrict you to 2 stages. We'll chuck it on none. Win limit, so like if you win once, it'll kick you off the machine, and it'll say thank you for playing. So we don't want that. You can change the amount of damage, the difficulty. One button supers, you can't do that in this, not Street Fighter 6. I wish you could though, Mid. Damage output continues. Battle settings, so you can see your health. I can't speak. Sorry, it's so hot I can't focus. I've actually turned on infinite meter, super and ultra for myself just so I can test out stuff. Character settings. So you can see unlock Sakura, Akuma, Goku, Seth, and Sakura underwear, spelt incorrectly. This is probably the most amusing thing in this debug menu. So Bloomer, which is a default. Yeah, underwear. This is the default one, and then Spat. And I'll put on Spat just to show you guys what it looks like, because it's not in the final game. They actually removed it, so I'll show you guys. And then language, English, Japanese, Capcom Pervs. Command check, I don't know what this does. It doesn't seem to make a difference, so we'll leave it off. And pause menu, there's a beta pause menu. And it also has a feature that isn't present in the final game, which I'll show off. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, Capcom. I don't know why Capcom did that. It might have been like a censorship thing. But yeah, yo, Mildson, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Yeah, there's no audio. The build doesn't have audio. I don't know if it's a problem with the emulator or if it's a problem with the build itself. Yeah, yo, sleep mode for the Chinese market. But the thing with this build is that it was never meant to be shown publicly. It was only meant to be internal at Capcom. So you can see Sakura there. It's, you can see her under, like, the spat, you know. Try it on your 360, I can't. You need an emulator or a dev kit. It doesn't work on hack systems, I've tried. And another problem is that the game has some frame rate issues. I don't know if that's an issue with the build itself not being optimized, or if it's just an emulator issue. I really don't know. But, I mean, it's not too bad. And also what I'll say is the lighting is different. If you're a Street Fighter 4 nerd like me, you might be able to tell the lighting on the stage is a bit different than the home console release. And Blanca's character portrait at the top right, it's from the arcade release of the game. And one thing that I'll do... Oh, and this is the pause menu, by the way, you can see it. Let me move my camera up. There's a little thing that I want to show off. How do you do an ultra again? Is it quarter circle back? There we go. Double quarter circle back, 3 kicks. Oh, okay. Yo, blast. You can see when you win, whenever there's any sort of cinematic, in the bottom right-hand corner, there'll be like a press start to skip. Post KO juggles, yes. But only one hit though, just like the console version. You can see the press start to skip there. That's not in the home console version. And Sakura's face looks different there compared to the final release. So they have changed their character model a bit. Historic Distillery. This stage, Historic Distillery, it looks a bit, it looks pretty similar to the final game. I haven't been able to tell any differences. But it also lags the game quite a bit at some points. So we'll go back, because I want to switch characters. Who do you guys want to see? Oh, and by the way, El Fuerte is spelled as El Fuerte. Due to a mistranslation, because obviously L's and R's in English to Japanese, you know, we all know that. So yeah, El Fuerte, it's his true name. So is there a character you guys want to see? Play Ken? Alright, I'll play Ken. Ken is, oh, good, Uber. What are you streaming tomorrow, Uber? Ken feels a little different in this version. He feels a bit, like, heavier, I suppose you could say. The physics of this game aren't quite exactly how they function in the final version. There are some changes with his DP. It's a bit hard to describe using words, but... I don't know if it's because of the lag, or if it's just the character itself being different. But he functions mostly the same. Tawny Day. Can't remember. Is that for Barry? So we're going overhead, we can go for a 3. Good questions, Blast. You do, it's actually the former, and I forgot to get into that. You select colors of different buttons. Just like in the, just like in the old arcade games. Which I'll demonstrate later on. I'll do it after this set. Or after this game with Sakura, rather. And you can see the frame rate is kind of bad, and there's no audio. Problem with the emulator, I assume. Let's see if we can kill. Yeah, it's just because, issues with the emulator, I believe. But who knows? It could be the build not being optimized. I don't know. But it's probably the emulator. EX Tatsu. I'm trying to EX Tatsu because we're playing Third Strike. There we go. Jab, jab, short, short. It is Xenia. It's most likely the emulator. But the old temple stage doesn't lag too bad. Yo, Dark Storm Queen, thank you for tuning in. I love that Chun-Li emoji from... Is that Puzzle Fighter? Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, East Asia Old Temple. This stage, again, more... should have used Ryujenics on the GameCube controller. I should have, This stage is... But you can see how dark Ken is now on the lighting, right? Oh, yeah. Speaking of Ken, apparently Ruben Langdon went live earlier today on Twitter or something explaining the whole situation, Timic, if you want to check that out. Because I know you do like your Ruben Langdon. I haven't been able to tell any... Like, if there's any major audio... not audio, but like gameplay, you know, differences, like balance changes and whatnot. Everything kind of seems the same to me compared to the final version. Rube and Langdon. Yeah, I just wanted to go, just through this beta build. That looks kind of goofy. I just wanted to go through this beta build. And you can see the trial there as well. So I don't think this is ever meant to be shown to the public. Because it literally just looks like the arcade version. But it also has a playable Seth, who you cannot play as in the arcade version, nor Sakura. Is there anyone else you guys want to see? Oh yeah, and it has the English names. He's live. Go check him out. Sagat, Vega, and Balrog. So it's not the Japanese names. 5 seconds. I'll actually go with Zangief. So I actually pressed Zangief. I selected him using the right trigger. Yo, Amber, thanks for tuning in. 4's, yeah, 4. I want to go back too. I've been playing some 4 recently, like Vanilla 4. Cigar, no, but I meant Claw Dictator and Boxer, Uber. Dainty from Satan Mesa. If you guys know, you see that Zangief's outfit is different, and you can see the camera angle on his SPD is a little different. It's hard to notice on this stage, but it's a little bit different. Let's do an ultra. This stage, I haven't seen this stage before in this beta build. It looks kind of the same. Yeah, Green Hand. Back when he had Green Hand Vanilla, I need my DiCaprio. You would play DiCaprio. No, DiCaprio's cool. I like Omega DiCaprio, but I can never actually learn proper DiCaprio because the charge inputs and stuff. So yeah, Zangief just feels the same to me. I don't know. Aside from that heavy SPD camera angle, he's mostly the same. I haven't been able to tell any major differences. Let's try his super. Oh, and you can see they corrected Alfuerte's name at the top right. It doesn't say Alfuerte anymore, which is interesting. And his win animation is pretty much the same. Mostly charge characters. Guy. Why don't you play Schumer in Marvel then? You should play Schumer. Schumer's the charge guy. Guile, Blanca, and DiCaprio. It's an interesting set of characters. Alfuerte L. Alright, Honda looks... Alright, he looks... I mean, this is how he looks in the final game, right? But again, you can see the lighting is completely different. And I also have infinite meter on, because I'm a scrub. Let's actually quit out. Is there any other characters you guys want to see? Or are there any other characters? Yeah, and again, I don't know how long the stream is going to be. Because I also have to do something at 7 o'clock, which is why I'm streaming now. Charge like Schumer, too much work. I'd rather Wolverine and Wesker carry me. I feel you. That's why I'm playing Wolverine, Dante Virgil. Just get carried, I feel you, 100%. Is there any debug or secret stuff? Did you miss out on the debug menu, Blast? Do you want me to go through it again? Did people miss out on the debug menu? Let's try out Guile for Amber. I haven't tried out Guile yet in this build. Oh, okay. We'll play Guile, Pink Guile, and I'll show you guys the debug menu again. I never played Guile in Street Fighter 4, so I don't really know what the differences are. Yeah, underwear. I'll show it off after. Let's see if I can actually do this Ultra input. You'll see, Blast. It's probably due to censorship. Can I do the Ultra? There we go. Double Flash! It's most likely due to censorship. So that seems the same. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's super also seems the same. Work censorship. Yes. But yeah, this stage looks pretty identical to the final version. This Chun. Actually, yeah, I'll restart. Underwear equal bloomers. Yes. That's right, sleep mode. And thank you for tuning in as well. I hope you're going well. Let me reboot the game, and we'll show off the debug menu again. So you hold L1 and R1, and it boots into the debug menu. Yo, Muja Daddy, thanks for tuning in. Doing Street Fighter 4 beta build. So you can see round count. Yes. Thank you for tuning in again. You've been missed. Time limit, stage limit. Actually, I'll put on a win limit just so you guys can see the what the thanks for playing screen looks like. Damage. Do we keep the damage on normal, or do we crank it up, or do we put it down? What do you guys want? Continue, I'll leave on. We'll leave that on. Yeah, character settings. You can see Sakura, underwear, bloomer, or spat. Heavy damage. This isn't actually a port, Muja. This is a this is an internal beta debug build of Street Fighter 4. It was made 3 months before the... You can't really see my fingers. 3 months before the final game came out on Xbox 360. Spat and bloomer. It's like the type of underwear, I suppose. It's nasty. Heavy damage. And you can turn off, like, we can turn off certain characters and whatnot. Default. I'll keep Sakura and Go. Sakura and Akuma I'll keep unlocked. We'll put it on Spat. I don't think Spat ever made it into the final game. So the pause menu is off by default, but you can turn it on. I don't know what TFP command check is. Yes, vanilla Seth sleep mode. We'll turn him on. Actually, I'll just keep everyone. No, we'll keep Gurken off. I want to show you guys what it's like when you have at least one character off. We'll keep this command check thing on. I don't know what that means, and you can also freely you can remap the buttons freely. You want to see Seth with a Dhalsim instant over? Dude, vanilla Seth. Ruben. What's he talking about, Timic? What's the context? What's Dante talking about? Yeah, Seth and vanilla was... Oh, he was so good. So you can see, like, Gurken is just missing. There's just, like... There's just a square at the top in between Akuma and Seth that's just gone. No, not PS3. Not PS3, Muja. There hasn't been a PS3 build that's been leaked. You can play this on the emulator, though. Stuff I prob can't repeat. Damn. If you want to, you can. It's because it's just fine. It's just my chat. Let's try out Seth. No, I'm not a Seth player. I know what his moves are, but I don't really know any combos or anything. Yeah, Gurken was missing because I locked him. So we can see Seth. I think the lighting looks a little different here. Like, it looks a little different on Seth. Crimson Viper looks mostly the same. So you can see the upper part of Seth's body is a bit, like it's lit well. As opposed to the, like, bottom half. So the lighting changes were, you know, lighting changes were made in the game. See if this works. Spiritual War, go back to the aliens room. Damn, Spiritual War. Let's see if there's any differences in this Ultra. Does his belly go red in the final version? I'm trying to teleport. Where's Reno? In Tekken 6. How do you play this? On an emulator. So yeah, this stage does like to lag the game. You can also do post-KO juggles and stuff like that. See Viper in Tekken 8. They go hard. We'll do that. Look at the range on that move. Was the range that good in vanilla? I actually don't know. Does he have the toe taps? He does. So I think in terms of overall balance and gameplay, this is pretty identical to the final version. Aside from like camera angle changes and whatnot. But it's not like characters are missing moves or whatever. Like the gameplay part is pretty final. It's just presentation and stuff is a lot different. Nice. Well, one thing I want to show off actually, it probably only means something to me. It's very small. It doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but it I still want to show it off. Yeah, I remember I checked out the color pack. We put it on stream and it like paused the game. Something happened with the game when I used the color pack, but I did see it though. I did see it. Oh, you did an update. Okay, I haven't seen the update though. I want to show you guys Akuma. And you notice the splashes behind the characters, they actually fade it, like they slide out, which I don't think happens in the final version. And also, real quick, you can see the restart option. This does not exist in the final version of the game. If you pick it, it just restarts. Does it restart the round or the whole set? I don't know. Only one way to find out. Let's see. So yeah, there's a lot of lag. Check to see if he has the Jab Roundhouse. Oh, good question. I actually don't know how to do the Jab Roundhouse Infinite. Oh, and real quick, you can see it says KO even though we did Raging Demon, which obviously shouldn't be there. The restart button restarts. Wow, who'd have thunk it? Yeah, I don't really know how to do the... Isn't it like that or something? Like, yeah. It's like far roundhouse, and then you do... Yeah. I only know how to do that into Crashing Short DP. How do you do the Jab Roundhouse Infinite Sleep mode? And also, because there is a 2-player mode, but I don't have another controller with... I could try to plug in my fight stick, but I'm out of USB ports though, so I would have to unplug my microphone. Because I don't have any USB ports. Or any left, rather. Oh, did the win limit not work? I don't think the win limit worked. Let me go back into the debug menu. Whenever you want to go into the debug menu, you have to restart the whole game. So as far as I know, there isn't a way to easily access it. Aside from doing a full game restart. How long have we been going for? 20 minutes, that's alright. Oh, the win limit wasn't working. It's interesting. None. Difficulty. Let's just put the difficulty on easiest just so I can test stuff out. Like, if you guys want to see any combos or any moves or whatever. I'll give myself infinite health, so it's sort of like a training mode. Character settings. We'll unlock Goken, why not? Spat. System settings, English. Let's actually put it on Japanese. Let's see if that changes anything. Maybe if we put it on Japanese, maybe that'll fix. Maybe it'll change the like dictator, you know, claw, boxer thing. Intro and Super. Still don't have enough screen dumps to be real the intro. Cammy Snow Stage. Ah, Snow Stage. You gotta send me that. That actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, there we go. There you go. And you can see Goki. Goki and Goken. Very similar. Any character you guys want to see? Or characters, plural? But there are no other typos as far as I can tell. Aside from El Fuerte. This does not have random select, no. I'll just go with Ryu. Yeah, you can't turn off the time limit, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, no random select in this build. So we have Ryu, one of his alternate costumes. Everything is still the same, you know, Shoryuken, FADC, Ultra 1. That still functions as usual. His Heavy Tatsu goes super far. Maybe even a little further than the final game, but I'm not too sure. EX. Huh. And you can see the health bar just kind of regens over time, automatically. So yeah, it kind of looks like the final version of the game, but there are some differences. I know this isn't the most it's not the most interesting stream in the world, but I thought it would be cool just to document this and kind of show it to you guys. Victor's katana with a big... I'm sure someone will mod that in. Someone will mod that in, Blast. Nice. So this build, it never ends. It's kind of like survival mode where you just keep fighting. Snow Stage is not ready. Camus... Oh, nice. Yeah, get all the glitches done. I actually have an idea, and it's going to require me to go back into the debug menu. I have an idea. Let me see what happens when you lose. I'm surprised Twitch let you post the link. Sometimes it doesn't let people post links. What happens if you lose? Let's chuck it on. Let's chuck it on normal. Infinity. Normal damage. We'll put it on... We can put it on medium hard, sure. We can do that. So I'm actually planning on making a video on this build. And in the script I say there are only 2 stages, but now I know there's 3. Because of the Snowy Rail Yard stage we saw earlier. I wonder if there are the other stages in the game as well. Alright guys, who do you want me to pick? I want to try out Vanilla Sagat just to see if his damage is still busted. But it's up to you guys. I'll go with Sagat if I don't get an answer though. I just wish there was audio, because maybe there's audio changes. I'll check it out after. I can't check it out now. Sagat, nice. Old Sagat, Super Turbo. But it's cool that you're working on the, like, you know, color palette edits and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Press start, skip. Green Sagat. Can I Kara cancel? You can, okay. You can Kara forward light kick into DP. Doesn't he have, like, you do that, yeah, it's like... Yeah, his damage is ridiculous in vanilla, man. His damage is scuffed. Ryu from Streets greets you, that's neat. His outfit, that's heat. You spark, kick feet. Bars? That's a translation of the Japanese rapping Mild some had on OCE3. Oh shit, I'm getting grabbed now. I am gonna lose later on, but I also want to see if I can do this combo. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, the lag. I'm trying to... Heavy Shoryuken, FADC, forward, juggle kick, into Ultra. And it might even kill, because Sagat is bastard. Oh, did it work from that angle? There we go. That should still work. Yeah. I don't actually think that's dead, though. Nearly. Let me do a super. Whoo! Is it Zangief or Zangief? The first one. Zangief. Zangief. So that, okay, that's more or less the same. But I can't read that now. Zangief. I'm sure some people pronounce it like that. Zangief. Alright, let's lose now. Because it probably has the regular, you know, like when you lose in arcade mode, it gives you the countdown, like 10, 9, 8, whatever, and you gotta press continue. So I'm just gonna let Chun-Li beat me up. If you guys want to talk to me about anything, now's your chance. Because I'm focusing on chat 100%, not the game. Zangief versus Perkgeef, who will win? Probably the Perks. Probably Perkgeef. There's a bomb in your home. No blast. I got my money on Perkgeef. What about you other guys? I'll probably wrap up the stream in a bit. Perk Cobain, yep. We'll probably wrap it up in a bit. Because I gotta do some stuff. Especially at 7 o'clock. Doing the next episode of The Barnyard. Recording that with a very special guest. What's he saying specifically to Mick? And don't worry, you can say it in chat, it's fine. This is a no cancel chat, I guess. I show speed, sure. I show meat. Poor speed, man. He has more money than we'll ever make, which is a shame. Carmel's... What the fuck? No. Well, in my room with the window open. Alright, let's see. Censored by the woke liberals. So it's just the regular continue screen. The camera angle and the lighting looks a little bit different though. Game over. So that's pretty much just been ripped from the arcade version. And then, okay, I guess it just boots you back into the title screen. Any other character you guys want to see? So we know Alfuerte, not Alfuerte. Zangief has a different heavy SPD with the camera angle. Sakura's got the bloomers and spats. Balrog. Panny and Stocking fans when you... No, it's a good anime. And season 2 is coming out. Even though Panny is voiced by that weird translator. Forgot her name, but she keeps putting weird stuff into the translations. We'll go E Honda, sure. I'm not an E Honda player. I'm not Mike Ross. But I'll do my best. Mid-anime. I don't know what XL Saga is. So I'm not sure what that is. Is that Ruben's ult? Huh. Do that. Alright, Dulcim, if you could please stop. Alright, Dulcim. Alright, Dulcim, please. Let me just hit you once. Oh, you can see the lag now on the stage is horrible. Okay, look at his face. Yeah, the lag is really bad. It wasn't lagging this bad before. Huge damage. Let me see if I can go for a super. Huh. Oh, damn, it just killed on the first hit. We've turned up the damage a bit. So that's why. But the lighting is slightly different. You're only going to notice it if you're a true Street Fighter 4 nerd like me. But... which is kind of sad, but yeah. Let's go for a command grab. Okay, so Oicho throw looks pretty much the same. Yeah, there's some lag. It's probably the emulator, as I was saying before. Let's go for his ultra again. I don't think the AI will block. Yeah, try to focus. So it's pretty cool. This is a pretty cool build. If you guys want to try it for yourself, you can just search Project Deluge, D-E-L-U-G-E, Street Fighter 4. The website has another build of the game, but it's only from like... I'm using Xenia emulator, Muja Daddy. Xenia. It's an Xbox 360 emulator, completely free. Heavy headbutt spam, yes. The other build they have on the website is more or less just the final version of the game. But this is obviously like internal, you know, like far from being done. You know, they were still working on lighting and getting the characters in the game and whatnot. Huh. Look at me go with punish. Huh. You don't want to be in the corner against Geef. Especially not Street Fighter 4 Geef. I'm not using Ryujinx. No, and I'm not using a GameCube controller. Ryujinx Lara Croft. Are you emulating Tomb Raider? Isn't there like a Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 HD remake or something that came out? Duck Station, yes, for Street Fighter 4. Fightcade. Emu the remake. Isn't it on PC? Just play it on PC. But how's it going in the... Oh, the lighting sucks. But is everything else fine? Try to ultra. It's free. Yeah, but so is emulating it on PC. Like pirating it, rather. We advocate some piracy in this chat. Depends on what you're trying to pirate. Free of malware. Yes. Did he press? He pressed. Is that dead? The Carnage 5 mind virus. Oh, got him. Your Honda seems mostly the same. Look at Zangief's face. It's so funny. Alright. Strive and Blaz... Not even BlazBlue, BlazBlue. Yeah, Historic Distillery. It really loves these stages. Historic Distillery and Old Temple. So Abel looks... he looks the same. In early versions of the game, you can find Abel with... See the stripes on his legs? The stripes actually were on his arms originally. So they moved them up to his... well, they moved them down to his legs, rather, later on in development. Sorry, I had a stroke there. Anyone else you want to see before I wrap things up? Because we've pretty much exhausted everything. Actually, real quick. I'm gonna stroke your live. You know what I'll do? Actually, I'll get out of this beta build. You know what I'll do? I'll show you guys something really cool. What country are Akuma and Gouken from? It just... they look fake. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the, the kanji on Akuma's back for Akuma and whatever Gouken is for Gouken. I'll show you guys something cool. Street Fighter 4 beta. Let me see if I can find the video for you guys. I should have prepared this earlier. I actually put some cool footage in a video I made a while ago. I have it up here. I uploaded it on the 17th of May, 2022. Let me show you guys. Let me see. It's from a video that I put out a while ago. Yeah. So I'm gonna mute the audio and just talk over it. This is a very old video I made a while ago. It's covering the arcade version of the game. In this section of the video I talk about beta. So this is what Street Fighter 4 it looked like in one point in development. It was meant to look something like this. It was very early build of the game. It was probably just concept art. I don't know if that was ever made into a playable prototype or if it was just artwork. But this was. Apparently this was a real internal, extremely early build of Street Fighter 4. It was meant to be 3D. You could move around on a 3D axis, sort of like an arena fighter, like the Naruto games. You can see you can't really see my mouse cursor. Let me see if you can capture that. Display capture. Capture cursor, yes. You guys can see my mouse cursor now. You can see that the meters are actually here. Like, one going... That's a scary looking thumbnail. One going horizontally, one going vertically, where you can... weird looking proportions. Ryu's got like a bald spot there or something. It doesn't look very good, but it's very early, and obviously then the final game was never meant to look like this. Least disturbing YouTube thumbnail, true. Horrifying. I thought that was Xavier Renegade Angel or whatever it was called. Ryu is balding, so that's what it looked like. And this is a really early screenshot I found. It's super low quality, but you can see that Dhalsim and Blanka, they're standing animations. Dhalsim's got his right hand up, Blanka's kind of hunched over like a true gamer who plays Osu. So I'm pretty sure that's what their standing animations look like in the final game, and you can see the training stage is the same as the final game, for the most part. But you can also see the meters are still horizontal and vertical. 3DS, yeah, it's a really low quality screenshot, but I did what I could. So I'm just talking in this part of the video. I muted it. You don't want to hear my narration in this video. I was new to making videos and I didn't know what to do. This is a very early version of the game that members of the press were allowed to play back in 2008, and I've zoomed it, but you can still see that guy's head in. You can still see that guy's head, but I've zoomed it in. I want to show off... See, East Asia Old Temple. You can see Ryu and Ken. The portraits, Khan narration, yes. You can see the portraits are completely different, but they still have the quick loading time. They still have the, you know, the characters, countries, and flags and whatnot. Ryu's face looks very different. His eyes are a lot shinier, but his facial expression seems to be mostly the same. Very similar intro, but his face looks different. And Ken looks different too. His eyes are also a lot shinier. They're a lot more blue. And you can see here the meter, the ultra meter. There is no super meter on the top. It's on the bottom still. I don't know why Ryu is so Fruity Blast. I wish I knew. You can see the ultra meter was actually near the health bar. And you can see the round stuff is all different. The text slides in differently. You see the round 1 fight is very different. And I actually pointed this out in the video. This version has considerably different the physics in the I can't even speak. It's so hot. I'm about to have a stroke. The physics in this build of the game are very different. Mostly when you get out of the... See that? Drive Rush Beta, true? You see that? Let me slow it down. Look what happens. Common Perth, a hole. I don't even live in Perth. It's 43 in Perth. I just saw that. Damn. Killer for a rip. Look what happens, alright? I cut to it. So you see Ryu jumps, Ken goes to the air-to-air, hits Ryu, and now Ryu goes into the hard knockdown state. And you can see Ken tries to hit him and misses. Physics like that don't really exist in the final game. A lot of air moves will put you in a juggle state, like Ryu's medium punch in the air, for example. Ken... I don't know if that'll happen in the final game if you try to recreate that, but the physics do look a bit different. And I pointed that out in my video. 33 tomorrow? So hot. I won't be streaming tomorrow then, 33. But you can see, this looks very different from the final release. And there's E Honda, same character portrait. So they finalized his early on. And the Crimson Viper, she looks different, her face is different. Her eyes look a little bit different. Her eye color. And in this part of the video, I think I'm talking about E Honda. And you can see the eyeshadow around Crimson Viper's face is considerably different. Her face looks different overall. She looks, yeah, Lara Croft Viper. She looks like Angelina Jolie there. She looks kind of tired, actually. And you can see Guy, when you see Abel, the stripes on his arms, right? I mentioned that before. They're not on his legs, they're on his arms. And you can see the super meter says combo. And the ultra still says revenge, which is up there. But you can see crowded downtown stage. I don't know if this NPC, this lady here, I don't know if she appears in the final game. That's early Abel concept art with the stripes on his arms. Revenge meter's pretty cool, but I like how it's on the bottom. That's an old Chun-Li portrait with a kind of weird looking face. Not as bad as Marvel Infinite, but still kind of weird. Abel's portrait is also different. My Gen Elf video. Gen Elf. Yes. And this is, you know, character models, T-pose. Off all the characters, but you can see here, T-Hawk and DJ. But they're not in vanilla. So why are they here? Let me see if I can do this.
Really a change. I still thought this picture was interesting for 2 reasons.
Yeah, I do apologize about my narration. I don't know if you can hear it, but
DJ...
This is one of the first proper videos I ever made, and I was still new to talking into a microphone and editing it and pasting and whatnot, so I do apologize for the slow nature of it.
And T-Hawk. These guys are fascinating because they never made it into Street Fighter 4.
So bad.
Super Street Fighter 4 had them, sure, but not the original version.
It took so slowly.
Here's audio files of the announcer.
This is the main part.
That was leaked from the PC release.
DJ wins. Thunderhawk wins.
It was pretty much just that. That was the context. DJ wins, Thunderhawk. And they call him Thunderhawk, not T-Hawk. I'm pretty sure they call him T-Hawk in Super. So yeah, that was about it. That was just some cool Street Fighter 4 knowledge for you all. I don't really know what... Okay, thank you, jury. Display capture off. Alright, I think that's going to be it. We've been going for 40 minutes. That's more than enough. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed seeing some really obscure Street Fighter 4 footage. Carnage Tag Tournament. What I'm going to do before I end it, before you guys head out, I am going to post the link to this beta build in chat in case you guys would like to play it for yourself. So there you go. You can download that. You can play it. When will I stream Super Turbo? Piracy word. Super Turbo is probably going to be... probably either next week or in 2 weeks. I still got to figure out my schedule. Next week will probably be a funny tournament, and then Super Turbo will come back in 2 weeks. Anarchy Range stream when? Never, because I don't have a capture card for PS3 and I can't get it running. PS3 is also bad with capture cards. Weird HD copy protection stuff. I don't have the necessary equipment to play the game. And you can't emulate it that well either. It doesn't run very well. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you give this beta a shot if you can. It's really fun. And when am I going to be streaming next? Yeah, if you want me, send me the pack measure on Discord. I'll post it here and I will install it. I'm probably going to be streaming, let's see, most likely tomorrow or Thursday with Superman 64 because I want to torture myself. See you, Blast, Muja, Timic, Amber, and Sleep Mode as well. And everyone else who tuned in, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't have just Lex wins. Yeah, I will be playing Superman 64. You can just add me on Discord, Muja. My name is just Carnage5. It's just my Twitch name with a lowercase k in Carnage. Hydrate. Sorry for rambling this whole stream. Thanks, Muja. Thanks, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow or on Thursday with Superman 64. And I will see you guys later. See ya.